Welcome back to the Screensavers. PC Pioneer Week continues, our second day in. Yesterday, Nolan Bushnell, of course, the creator of entertainment on technology entertainment, and our guest today is a very important PC pioneer, the guy who really made encryption, put encryption in the hands of all users, strong encryption, the kind of encryption that even protects you from your own government. 12 years ago, in 1991, he created PGP, Pretty Good Privacy. And we welcome Fil Cimmermann to our studios once again. It's great to have you. Thanks for joining us, Phil. PGP still around?
Yep.
When did it start? How did it start?
Well, it started out as a human rights project in Boulder, and when I just worked on it in a spare bedroom.
And what was the plan? Whose human rights, and why did they need encryption?
Well, at that time, during the 1980s, I was kind of a political activist I was a peace activist, and I saw a need for human rights organizations and grassroots political organizations to be able to protect themselves from their own governments, both here and other countries as well.
Was it ever used that way?
Oh yeah, today in fact every human rights organization in the world uses PGP.
That's pretty neat. PGP encrypts not just email, but can encrypt anything, but you saw it really as an email encryption at first?
Well, actually in those days the internet was not as widely visible to the public as electronic bulletin board systems. Oh. So I thought of it as being used on bulletin board systems.
So you
it'll probably be used on the internet too, whenever.
Someday.
Someday.
Oh, how interesting! How interesting. Now PGP uses what they call public key cryptography, right?
Yes.
Strong enough to defeat all but the most powerful computers.
Well, I don't know if I would. It's hard to say that it's all but the most powerful, because modern crypto today, modern cryptographic algorithms today, has reached parity with the NSA, and so the NSA is going to be using the same algorithms to protect its classified communications as what we use in PGP.
You're kidding. So even when the government wants the best possible encryption, they use the same thing PGP uses?
Well, they
use RSA?
They do, and they're also using PGP.
Really?
All the major governments, intelligence agencies are using PGP.
So what's your sense? I always assumed that if you threw enough computing power at it and you had enough time, you could eventually crack.
Well, that's always been true, but you know that's true only in a kind of a trivial mathematical way,
right.
Meaning that if you have cosmological time to work on it, then
it's not practically crackable.
Yeah, it's computationally infeasible, or at least academic cryptographers believe it to be computationally infeasible.
Right. Well, if it's good enough for the NSA, it's good enough for me, I guess. If they feel like they can use it to protect our governmental secrets from the rest of the world, then it seems like it would be enough to protect ourselves from the NSA or somebody else.
I don't think that they would trust it for their own secrets if they thought they themselves could break it, because they would assume that others would discover the same techniques.
For a long time, the feds tried to stop PGP. In fact, they classified it munitions unexportable.
That's right.
And they went after you.
Well, that's right. Yes.
But that's over with now. We're all good friends.
Years ago, they gave up. We beat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you just win, and that's what we did.
PGP, the company's gone through some ups and downs. It was acquired by Network Associates. They've sold it again, which I take it you're pretty happy about.
Yeah.
It's now run by PGP Corporation. Is that a for-profit company?
Yeah, it's a new startup. Well, it's not new now. It's over a year since it started. Yeah. And they bought the intellectual property from Network Associates.
Right.
And that means that the dark days are over. PGP is back.
For a long time, I was telling people either go to PGPI, which was kind of PGP International, or to use GNU PG, which is an open source version of PGP, because it felt like, well, it's safer. We know it's kind of its provenance. It's safer. But you feel like now PGP Corporation is a pretty good custodian of this technology.
There was dancing in the streets when PGP was rescued from Network Associates.
They still offer a free version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I use it all the time. I use it on my Macintosh. Pretty easy to use for Windows users as well. I mean, it installs and it
has a nice GUI. But one of the difficulties through the years has been ease of use.
Right.
It's not so much that it needs a better user interface. It's that If you want your mom to use it, it's going to be tough to get her to understand public key cryptography and trust models and key certification and public key infrastructure.
So how do we hide those details from her?
Well, they have a new product out now that just came out in August called PGP Universal. And it's this box. It's actually a Linux box.
It's hardware.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's software running on a Linux box. And it encrypts all of the mail going in and out of a company or enterprise in a transparent way. It's a proxy. It's an email proxy.
So I don't know that it's encrypted, but nothing goes out of the company that's not encrypted.
Yeah, and so all the thousands of employees in the company have no learning curve. In fact, they don't even realize that there's any PGP involved. They just keep doing what they normally do, and they're not aware that it's even there.
Now, I can understand why a company would want to do this. I can understand why the human rights group would want to do this. Why should my mom want to encrypt her email?
Well, I've always thought that we should all do it, just because if we do, then it becomes the normal accepted way, and there's
it's not a red flag.
It's not stigmatized.
Right. Decrypt me. I'm hiding something.
That's right. And in today's political climate of the Patriot Act and you know, law enforcement becoming more and more powerful, I think that having completely stigma-free crypto in the hands of the public is becoming increasingly
more important.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Do you worry that it's also in the hands of the bad guys?
Well, sure, I worry about that, but I just can't see a way of making it available to everyone else without making it available to them. There's lots of technologies that are like that. You know, even military technologies. The GPS receivers are military.
Be used for good
they
or
were
evil.
Developed for the military.
Right.
And yet, and terrorists could use GPS receivers to guide them to their targets. And the only way to stop that is to take it away from everyone else. Imagine if no one could use GPS receivers, what that would do to the economy.
Good point. Well, we're glad PGP's there, and we thank you for inventing it. It's now 12 years old and going better than ever, it sounds like. Phil Zimmermann.
It's making money now.
It's making money now. Very important if you want it to survive. PhilZimmermann.com is your website.
Yes.
People can get PGP.
Spelled with 2 N's.
2 M's, very...
No, not the M's, N's.
2 N's. 2 M's and 2 N's.
Well, that too, yes.
You should know that by now. 2 M's and 2 N's. And of course, PGP.com is the place where you can get both the commercial and the free version of PGP. And I use it I don't encrypt everything, but I sign everything I send out. And maybe I should start encrypting too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate your time.
Sure.
It's always great to see you. If you want more on PGP and instructions on how to secure your information, Phil's got an article for you. It's easier than you might think at thescreensavers.com. Still to come, our little P-tipper, our petite tipper, will show you how to expand your send to options. But first, we want to talk to a caller who wants to know if he can use GPS on his cell phone. It's got it. Can he get driving directions? We'll find out right after this.